small trading outpost that takes root here. But how does it become a kingdom, famous for its 5 kings? Some say it begins with a prince fleeing from his enemies. But no one really knows where it ends and where history begins. The prince arrives on an island with pristine white sands and finds a majestic beast roaming its jungles. Surely this place deserves a name, just as glorious and majestic. And that is how he comes to name it Singapura, or Lion City. He is Sangila Utama, the first king of the kingdom of Singapura. Sri Wickremawira takes over the throne from his father in 1347. The flourishing kingdom of Singapura draws the attention of the powerful Majapahit Empire from Java, who sends an envoy to demand its submission. Sri Wickremawira refuses, and the furious Majapahit king orders an attack on Singapura. But the attempt fails, and the Javanese are driven off. In 1362, Sri Wickremawira's son, Sri Rana Vikrama, takes over the throne. According to legend, a supernaturally strong man, Bada, enters his court. He competes in a challenge to lift a heavy stone in a show of strength. And not only does he lift the stone, he flings it all the way to the mouth of the Singapore River. It is believed that a fragment of this fabled stone endures to this day, better known as the Singapore Stone, one of our country's national treasures. The next king in line is Sri Maharaju, who takes over in 1375. During his reign, legend has it that the Toda, or swordsmiths, attack and ravage the coast of Singapura. A young boy, Hang Nadim, comes up with the idea of using banana trunks to trap the Toda when they leap out of the water. The jealous king, threatened by the boy's intelligence, eventually orders him to be killed. The last king of Singapura is Parameswara, originally a prince from Palembang. After a failed uprising, he flees to Singapura with his supporters, a group of Orang Laut, or sea people. Parameswara is warmly welcomed by the local ruler, Sang Aji, a Siamese vassal. However, he betrays his host by assassinating him and usurping the throne. The murder of Sang Aji angers the Siamese, who invade Singapura, leading to the fall of the Kingdom of Singapura in 1399. Just like that, the winds shift, as Parameswara flees north and finds refuge in Malacca. There, he found the Malacca Sultanate, which grows to become a major trading hub by the early 1400s. Flourishing maritime trade with China and strong demand for spices from the West herald the age of commerce in Southeast Asia, and Singapura becomes a naval base for the newly established Malacca Sultanate, with the fearless Orang Laut warriors forming the backbone of the naval force. As the 15th century draws to a close, the Portuguese open up the first direct maritime trade route from Europe to Asia, and as they expand their empire, their gaze falls upon Malacca. In 1511, the Portuguese attack and capture Malacca, leaving Singapore as one of the bases from which the Sultanate launches attacks on the Portuguese. After becoming the Johor Sultanate, and Singapore takes on a new role as a trading outpost for Johor's riverine economy. By the end of the region, as the Dutch challenged the Portuguese over control of the spice trade and attacked the Portuguese trade ship Santa Catarina in 1603 off the coast of Singapore. The region turns into a hotspot for conflict as alliances shift and break. The Portuguese and Johor Sultanate forged a peace agreement in 1610, but this peace is short-lived. The alliance angers the Achaeans, who attack and burn down Singapore in retaliation, leaving it in ruins. And Singapore sinks into obscurity as the Malay archipelago becomes an arena for European conquistation over the next 200 years. In 1805, a 23-year-old officer from the British East India Company is sent to Penang to serve as the Assistant Secretary for its new government. His name is Thomas Stamford Raffles. By 1818, Raffles has become the Lieutenant Governor of Bencoolen and is concerned over Dutch dominance in the region. Accompanied by Major William Farquhar, the resident of Malacca, Raffles leads an expedition to find a suitable location near the southern end of the strait for a British port. The expedition reaches Singapore, docking in its waters off St. John's Island in January 1819. On 6th February 1819, Raffles signs a treaty with the Temenggong and Tunku Hussein Shah, which allows the British East India Company to establish a trading post in Singapore. Indigenous Malays and Orang Laut living here, and many more soon make their way to Singapore from the region. The establishment of a free port in Singapore draws an influx of migrants in search of new opportunities. They bring their heritage, language and lifestyle practices with them, turning Singapore into a vibrant and culturally diverse trading hub. From coolies to merchants, from convict laborers to philanthropists, these enterprising pioneers lay the foundations for modern-day Singapore. However, as the population surges, living conditions become overcrowded and rife with diseases. Impoverished laborers turn to opium and gambling for solace, and secret societies grow in power. Crime and violence mar the young colony. Gradually raises the overall standard of living in Singapore. With increasing affluence, a new middle class emerges. More English-educated locals take on leadership roles in government and society. The people in Singapore are starting to take their destiny into their own hands. However, storm clouds are gathering around this vulnerable island. Just as powerful forces around the world shaped its history, the winds of change will soon engulf Singapore again.
Self-display to? Ha? Ito? Grabe, no?
Yung history talaga ng ano.
God. cellphone mo kita. Madali mo lang ako nagbibideo ka, pwede mong basahin.
Sabay na tayo pababa. Tara na. Tara na. Wala na, dulo na yun dun. Labas na tayo dun.
Naputo ba kung saan naman natin natapos kaya nagdadama ng 48 minutes.
Just now I talked about my CF, right? So here are some AI markers over here which you can see. So all this will give you a better understanding on what happened to the animals. So many people survived, right? So thereby they can recount what happened.